Sadly, the day has come. It's time to leave the ship after 10 wonderful nights on the P&O Arcadia Christmas cruise and the many wonderful cities that we visited. Our stateroom host kindly left this useful and important leaflet in our room last night. It details what time we've been allocated to leave the ship and where we needed to meet, which for us was between 9:30 and 10 o'clock in the morning. As with all the other ships we've sailed on, one of the options is to leave your luggage outside your room the afternoon or evening before disembarkation. And then they look after all the hassle of getting it back shortside. But the key thing to remember if you do this is you'd need clothes in the morning. It's not unheard of that people have had to disembark in their pyjamas. To me, that is the easiest option to get rid of our luggage the night before. But equally, you can keep your luggage with you, many people do, and then take them off the ship yourself. But remember, the lifts get really busy on embarkation day. So you might have to wait for a while for a lift to get you and your luggage in, so bear that in mind. So while we weren't able to leave the ship until after 9:30, we would have to leave the room by 8. And the restaurants, while they were open on the last morning, they closed early, so we needed a plan. So it's the next morning and we're up and raring to get off the ship and get home. Unfortunately, our slot's not till a bit later. Like I said earlier, the restaurants closed before our slot to leave the ship. So our plan was to get up and out of the room early. I think we left the room about 7 o'clock, 7:30. To find a cosy couple of seats in a bar close to the main dining room, which was our disembarkation meeting point. And then for one of us to go and get some coffees, and we would just chill there for the morning and just people watch, have a little wander, take it all in. And like I said, I use the time to have a little bit of wander, do a bit of filming and have a nosy to see what all the workers were doing outside the ship. Plan worked perfectly for us, and as it happened they were running ahead of time and we actually got off the ship just before 8:30, so an hour before we expected, so that was really good. One thing to note is that many of the public restrooms around the ship were closed for cleaning that morning, so I had to search high and low for one that was open. Not ideal, but I appreciate they've got to turn around the ship for the next couple of thousand guests that are getting on in the next hour or two. As we'd popped our luggage out the night before, they were all nicely, safely waiting for us shoreside. We had put some air tags in our cases and the car for this trip, just in case anything did go AWOL, but thankfully that wasn't the case. The cases were organised by deck number and there were plenty of trolleys to put them on. We put really bright cables around ours so we can normally find ours quite easily. Now to get sorted getting our car back. The company that we used to park the car was CPS, and the CPS kiosk is well signposted at the QE2 terminal at Southampton, and we had the barcode slip to hand that had been provided when we dropped off our car. So the process of getting our keys back was really quick and slick, and they gave us exact details of exactly the parking space that our car was parked in. Just in case you didn't manage to find any toilets that were open on the ship before you left, there are some toilets in the terminal. The car park was quite quiet, so our car was basically right in front of us, so nice and easy. that's it, it's all over. Our last view of the ship after a fantastic Christmas cruise on the P&O Arcadia. It's all over and we're off home. So make sure you've subscribed and I will see you next time to show you bits of our balcony cabin on the P&O Arcadia's Christmas cruise. Bye!